Thanks so much for stopping by and welcome to my channel. My name is Zamira Dunnet and I'm a local real estate agent right here in the GTA, and I'm with eXp Realty. And today I'm just going to be introducing myself, going over why I'm here, why I make this content, why I'm a real estate agent, and how I want to try to help all of you go through the buying, selling, landlord or tenant process so that you can feel comfortable and at ease. It's not easy, and that's why we're here to help. Being a real estate agent, I get to meet so many different families. I've been able to help over 50 families in the past few years, and honestly, those families have turned into my family. My clients don't feel like clients to me. I treat them like I would treat my mother or my brother or any of my close family, because I know what it's like to end up saving all this money that you can for a down payment and going through the buying process, or vice versa with the selling process. And I want to make sure that you're informed and knowledgeable through the process so you don't feel like you're doing it alone or that you're going in with a blind eye. I try to give you as much information as possible so that you can go through this process feeling at ease. Let me tell you a bit about myself. My name is Zamira Dunnet, like I said, and I was born and raised right here in Brampton, Ontario. I also met my husband here, and now we have a 10-month-old son named Elias. We are absolutely super happy being right here in Brampton. It is completely home to us, and this is the market that I work in. If you didn't know, before I was a real estate agent, there were so many different things that I did for work. I actually worked for Carnival Cruise Lines for 5 years. I was an entertainment host, and I ran all the events like the comedy club, the bingos, all the trivias. I think you can tell with my personality that it kind of fits, Then I realized that I need to become an adult. I need to come home, because I was on ships for 6 months, came home for 2 months, went back for 6 months, came home for 2 months. So it was a very interesting traveling life. And then I decided I need to be an adult, and I came home. I ended up working for a team building company that ran team building events for companies. We would go to each location, play some games with them so that they would have a bit of interaction and a bunch of fun. Then I started working for Casino Woodbine as a dealer, and then I became a supervisor and trainer. The vice president heard that I worked for Carnival and got me into a position where I would help with table games. And then I decided to get my real estate license. So that was my journey of how I got to where I am. The reason I became a real estate agent was because when I bought in 2018, I felt like I wasn't informed about anything throughout that entire process. I felt like I was going in with a blind eye, and I really didn't want that to happen to anybody else that was going through that process. It's not fun, it's very stressful, and you really don't want to feel that way when you're doing something as exciting as buying or selling a home. There are a lot of steps that you have to take before even going and viewing homes in person. So that's why I made this video right here that goes over the first-time home buyer 5 crucial steps that you should take prior to actually going and viewing homes, so that you know where you sit, where you want to be, if you are comfortable enough to go ahead and purchase a home. When I bought my first home, I will tell you right now, I didn't get a mortgage pre-approval. I just viewed properties online and decided to go see them in person. But that's not the way to do it. I can tell you, I was super naive, and whenever I got a form sent to me by my real estate agent, I honestly just signed it. But that's something I try to prevent. I try to explain the entire forms to you so that you're informed and know what you are actually signing. These contracts are binding. They are legal documents that you can't just say, oh, never mind, let's just cancel that. I don't want to do it anymore. You could really put yourself in a very scary situation. There are all different types of real estate agents out there. And the one that we ended up getting was a family friend. This is what a lot of people do. Oh, I know this person, so I'm just going to use them. And honestly, we didn't even know, because we bought before I was an agent, we didn't even know what services were included in a real estate agent. Now that I'm one, I know what I should be providing to all of you. In the same sense, like people just get friends and family that they know, and they're like, oh, you can be my agent. And then whatever services they get from them, they just take it because they don't know any better. Again, this is why I make these videos, so that you can be informed about what your agent should be providing to you through this process. Even if you don't use me, I'd rather have you be knowledgeable and informed while going through the biggest transaction you're ever going to make in your entire life. I don't want to keep talking about how bad my experience was, but this is what got me to become a real estate agent. The funniest part, we ended up selling that condo and then buying a house, and we used the same agent. Again, I was going through my licensing at that point, so I knew what was involved in being a real estate agent because I was going through the course. But again, we still got the same style of service. And it really got me to know, unfortunately, what type of agent I do not want to be and what I do want to provide to my clients. Now, the good thing about that condo and the house that we currently live in is that we gained $70,000 on the value of that property. It went up by $70K in a year and a half. Now, we are in an interesting part of the market right now. A lot of people are now starting to jump back into the market because they want to catch the decline in the interest rates. When those interest rates start to come down, we are going to see a flood of buyers into the market. And if you are thinking about purchasing, my advice would be to try to get in sooner than later. My husband is a mortgage agent, so if you just want to know what your numbers are, where you fit at, his contact information is right there in the description, so you can go ahead and reach out to him. Or you could just give me a call. My number's there as well, so that we can try to help you jump into the process and at least try to get your foot in the door before prices go up and you have to start fighting a bunch of other buyers. All real estate agents have a fiduciary duty to work in the best interest of the client. I have seen a few situations where that hasn't happened, and I really want to hone in on that and make sure that I am working for your best interest in this process. Buying, selling, renting is not easy, and that is what my goal is. My goal isn't for myself. It's not the commission. That doesn't matter to me. Honestly, it is seeing the families' faces when they finally end up walking into their dream home and getting those keys, or finding the perfect tenant for the property they've been trying to rent out for the past few months. We are all humans just trying to get by on a daily basis. And what I want to do is try to help you make it as smooth and easy as possible to go through this process without feeling stressed or worried or feel like you might be in a situation where you might have hurt yourself in this process. I try to guide through every single step so that you don't have to stress and you know that you're going to get to the closing date of the property and there are going to be no issues at all. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope that you understand where I'm coming from, why I'm here. I just wanted to give you a little bit about my background and what I feel in this industry. It is my life. It is what I love doing. You know what to do. My contact information is right there in the description. If you feel like reaching out, please go ahead. I always pick up my phone. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. The support really helps while I make these videos to give you as much information as possible. So thank you again, and we will see you guys all next week.